Hello and welcome to Science Today. I want to apologize for taking so long to get the first video out. However, we've been working on a lot of things. As you well know, the first 120 days of 2011 have been filled with disasters beginning on the first day of the year. So we've been very busy, but please be patient. We will be getting a lot more videos out, and we'll also be getting our documentary. I don't know exactly when it'll be released, but the documentary will go into great detail about a lot of these things that are beginning to happen and things that will happen in the near future. So we want you to be aware of that. We want you to know what's going on, what areas and what type of disasters are likely to happen. Knowing is half the battle. If you know, then you can protect yourself, your family, and friends. Okay, the first thing we want to do is tell you that we do not claim to be a prophet. We're making predictions. We're not making prophecies. We're not claiming to be prophesying. We're just claiming that we believe that there's at least a 90% chance for the predictions that we post to occur. If we feel like there's not at least 90% chance that it will happen, then we won't post it. Invite your friends and family to follow us on Facebook. You can find us there. We're More of Jesus. Just search for More of Jesus, and Science Today is just going to be our videos and kind of the video media project of our outreach. First of all, today is April 29, 2011. I want to keep this brief because I know you watching on the internet, you don't have time to sit there and watch for an hour, so I want to keep it brief. We'll get into our last prediction in just a moment, but I want to go back to the prediction before our last prediction, and that would be this prediction right here on April the 6th. Right here you'll notice that we predicted, I'll read it, predictions update, posted April 6th at 12:40 a.m. Atlanta, Georgia time. That's 40 minutes past midnight, so it was just the beginning of April the 6th here in the United States. Earthquake warning for April the 6th through the 9th. We believe there is a good chance for a powerful earthquake to occur during this time, and that includes the possibility of another tsunami. Now, as you notice, we posted that on April the 6th, and we will go forward in time, and as you can see, we followed up with our update right here. We had two powerful earthquakes hit today, which was April 7th at 5:50 p.m. That would have been about 30 hours after we posted this on Facebook. And you can see we had a magnitude 6.5 that hit in Mexico, and a magnitude that was changed. It was 7.5 originally when it first happened, but they reduced it to 7.1. It was a 7.1 that hit Japan April the 7th. We went on to say expect more bad news to come for past 9th. One thing I would like to point out is this little thing here where we put this on here again at April the 7th, that evening at 7:18 p.m. Earthquakes have rattled tectonic plates and faults across the globe today. A 4.6 struck the Iran-Iraq border. A 5.1 quake struck off the coast of South Island of New Zealand. That was followed by a deep 6.5 quake at a depth of 167 kilometers in Veracruz, Mexico. Exactly 121 minutes later, a 7.1 earthquake erupted near Sendai, Japan. That was followed by a 5.8 magnitude quake striking 19 kilometers deep north of Honduras, Central America, which was followed by a second quake of magnitude 5.0. So we had some powerful earthquakes that day. So we would say that our prediction for earthquakes to happen during between April 6th and April 9th, very strong earthquake to happen. We actually had a couple of very strong earthquakes happen at that time. I'll go ahead and bring this up. This right here measured latest earthquakes that are magnitude 5.0 or stronger in the world in the past 7 days. This was April the 10th, 2011. See, we had the 6.1 in Japan, and it happened on the 9th. On the 10th, we didn't have anything over a 5.2, but on the 9th, every earthquake was stronger than all the earthquakes on the following day, which was 5.2 was strongest, and the strongest on the 9th day of April in our window that we predicted. You see we have a 6.1 and two 5.4s, 6.1 in Japan. Then if you look on the 8th day, we have no major earthquakes on the 8th. On the 7th, here's where we had the 7.1 off Japan, the 6.5 Veracruz, Mexico, and the 5.1 off the coast of the South Island of New Zealand, a 5.8 north of Honduras. You had a 5.0 in north of Honduras, and so we had 5.8, 7.1, 6.5. We had three very strong earthquakes on, as you can see, April 7th. On April 6th, which remember, just past midnight Eastern Standard Time here in the U.S. is when I posted that prediction. And that day the strongest earthquake we had was a 5.8, and that was Indonesia. Now, having said that, I believe that you would agree with me that our prediction for April, the prediction that we put out on April the 6th, that was an earthquake warning for April 6th through the 9th, was confirmed by several very strong earthquakes. Two other important pieces of information that I should give you is, here you can see the headline at CNN, homes burned, threatened by massive fire in Texas. This was the headline article dated April the 8th. Massive areas in Texas were burning, and it goes back to our earlier prediction that we made. If you read our predictions entitled 2011 will be the most confusing year in history, or in modern history, then you remember that we predicted wildfires, explosions, could be sabotage or terrorist attacks, but we would have unusual fires, unexplained explosions, unusual fire-related events. It's unusual to have a wildfire of this size anywhere in the United States, and especially in Texas. A lot of crops were destroyed. Thought that was worth mentioning. Second thing I want to mention quickly is this article that appeared April the 12th, 2011. It says scientists puzzled by giant whirlpools that have appeared in the Atlantic Ocean. And you can go on. I'm going to read what I highlighted here. More importantly, no one can understand where the whirlpools came from and what surprises they may bring to people. Until now, these were not known on Earth. The funnels do not disappear. The natural phenomenon which creates the whirlpools is unknown to modern science. Now, this is what I want to point out to you. The natural phenomenon which creates the whirlpools is unknown to modern science. I have an explanation for these that I want to give you. Well, we have posted this on our Facebook, but we haven't posted it or written an article about it. What is happening is, for about 10 years now, there's been a lot of ice glacier melting. Especially, it's increasing exponentially. So the last few years, last 3 or 4 years, it's increased tremendously. And what that is doing is that's causing massive amounts of water to enter into the ocean. Remember scientists saying ocean levels or sea levels were going to rise? Well, the sea levels are not rising. And in fact, in some areas, scientists have recorded sea levels going down. So what is happening is this additional weight in the ocean that is weighing